Alright, it's pickups time. I always struggle to start these videos. I've got to be in the right frame of mind to do it. Like sometimes I'm just not feeling it. But anyway, we've got a nice little chunk to archive in the wall. And I've got a fucking spot there as well. And this video is going to be fueled by another Dr Pepper vanilla. I haven't had a fizzy drink, swear down, since the last one. So when I done that other Dr Pepper, that was about 2 weeks ago. That was the last time I had one of these. So we've got this one here, vanilla float. We'll crack this one open and give it a test. I've got 3 Sega Saturn and I've got a little chunk of GameCube to do. All have got a tale to tell. So let's rate this one. I've been on a little bit of a weight loss journey as well. I've pretty much lost a stone in like 2 weeks. This one's alright. You can taste the vanilla. Like that first sip, I didn't know what to expect from it. It's alright. It's similar to that cream soda one, but a bit more vanilla-y. It's alright. If I was extremely thirsty and I was going into a shop to buy a drink, I would consider that. Now, the end of the last video, maybe a couple days after, I went into Retro Hunter, got some Sega Saturn, and this is the first one. I did originally go there to pick up a GameCube game, and I spun around and I thought I'd have a look at your Sega Saturn, and it sparked something, and I decided to bounce between Sega Saturn and GameCube. So I put the GameCube game I was going to get back and got this instead. And this was a Bug. And it was 30. And yeah, the Sega Saturn, I've got, it's super nostalgic to me. But this was the first game console bought for me. Like before we did have the Mega Drive and the Mega CD, but it wasn't bought. It wasn't strictly for me. But the Sega Saturn was my first gaming console, and I knew about this game because on the back of the console box, you'll see this game advertised on the back. You know, you have like a couple of games of like screenshots on the back, and this was one of them. It's sort of like a side-scrolling platformer where you go in and out of the foreground. And yeah, the sequel to this one's quite expensive. And when I got this, I was thinking, is it sun faded because the greens don't match the spine and the front? But I looked on eBay to try and find, look at other copies, and they all look the same. They all have the same thing. I think it's because the white and the black makes it different. Yeah, so yeah, this Bug, pretty good one. And then returned. No, after I picked that one up, I was looking at his Retro Hunter Sega Saturn stuff. I did spot this one, and I left it behind. And when I got home, and I looked on eBay just to compare the prices to see if it was a good price or not. It turned out that the Retro Hunter's price was better, and the condition was nicer as well. And that's this one here, Casper, for the Sega Saturn, and this was 2022. And I do have this on the PS1. Now I'm a bit foggy with this game. I have played this one. I rented it back in the day, and I'm not sure. I can't remember if I rented it for the PS1 or the Sega Saturn, but I'm sure I rented it for the Sega Saturn, and that's the reason why it's on my list. When I look at the case, it looks really familiar. Like they're the same game on the PS1, but seeing it in this style of box, I do remember it being like this, like looking like this. So yeah, Casper. I used to rent that one. I rented it maybe once or twice, and that's that one. And the last Sega Saturn game, again, Retro Hunter, Athlete Kings. 13, and then when I got my Sega Saturn for Christmas that year, I had a little stack of Sega Saturn games, maybe about 7 or 8, and this was one of them. And that's the reason why I wanted this. And when I had before I like sold my Sega Saturn games, I've never had this game again. This is the first time getting this game back since decades ago. This is like a sports game. It's pretty much like a button masher. You mash the button to make it sprint, and then you mash and then push a button to make him jump over the hurdles, or you mash the button and then push another button to do all the other ones, like javelin, I think shot put, and then there's high jump. A lot of fun, and I do want to get the sequel to this, Winter Heat, just to go with it. So yeah, this was a nice condition as well. That's the thing with like these retro shops. Like you can have the same game. They did have another copy of this, but it was more sun faded up the side. Like this one's like nice, like, accurate. But he'd have the same price. Like it'd be the same price. Like it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, I could have had another Sega Saturn game, but it was like a more expensive one. I was looking on eBay at it, and I was deciding like if it's still there in a couple of days, I'll jump on it. But when I went back to look, it was gone. So I'll have to wait for another one to appear. Right now we're moving on to GameCube. Went into CEX to look at another GameCube game, and it wasn't good enough. So I didn't get it. But I did see this Rayman 3, and my copy. If I reach over and grab it, was torn. So my Rayman 3 needed an upgrade. So they had this in my local CEX, and I got it. Paid a tenner for it. Swap the cases, and I was gonna return it, like just take it back, but then I remembered my Star Fox needed a case, because my Star Fox had a gaping hole at the top, so I've swapped the cases around. So now we've got these as they should be. That's these two. Now, right. Okay, now take a breath. That's what I mean. When I do these videos and I start like tripping over myself, I sort of panic a bit. I like lose train of thought of what I'm doing. Now, I've got four GameCube games here. These were all bought today. Went back to CEX today because this one appeared on the app, and I went down there to get it. And when I handed it at the till, they couldn't find the discs. They couldn't find the manual. So she was like, I was there for about 5 minutes just waiting for her to look for the stuff, and there was a guy in next to me at the till, and he had a big stack of GameCube games, a stack of Wii, stack of all sorts, and I spotted him, and I was trying to peek to look what he's got, and then he had some. There was some in that pile that I wanted, and I was gonna try and buy him off him, but I didn't know if I'm allowed to do that or not, and he didn't seem he was interested. He'd rather just sell him to CEX and get ripped off. And this was the game that they were looking for. So this was I got this one today. This was 20 quid, and they couldn't find the manual. So I had to come. I came back to the store about half an hour later because he had this one in his pile. And I did say, oh, you've got that one there in his pile. Can you pinch the manual out of that one? And they said they couldn't, like, because they're still like ringing him up in the till, and they haven't finished their business. So we've got that one. And by the time that I come back, about half an hour later, the guy wasn't there anymore, and I said to him, that big stack of GameCube games you just took, there's some in there that I wanted, and I ended up getting getting 3 of them out of the pile, and this was one of them, Vex. I tried to buy this one maybe a month or 2 ago from Basio, and it was missing the manual. But I'm not going in that shop anymore. So yeah, we've got this one, nice and complete. And yeah, my GameCube shelf. I'm gonna have to install air conditioning here, because that GameCube shelf is catching fire. Like so much heat there. But yeah, Vex. I was gonna get this on the Xbox version, but I decided when I saw he had the GameCube, I thought we'll get it for the GameCube. Right, the two that I was interested in his pile was this one, the Zelda promotional disc, and I was umming and ahhing for a while whether to get this or include it in or to keep it on the list or take it off, because this is in the Wind Waker limited edition. And it's just a separate release of it. But seeing it in person, I changed my mind immediately and thought, right, no, get it. And the next one that you had that caught my eye that I needed, that was high up on the list, was this one here, Wario World. And it's all complete there. And the thing is with this one, this game, I'm actually waiting for this to arrive from eBay. It's been a week now since ordering it. I ordered it last Thursday. So a week later, it still hasn't got here. So I'm going to try and get eBay to get involved. And the thing that got me a bit flustered was because I was thinking, should I wait for eBay, or should I just get this one here and now? And then if it arrives from eBay, I can take this one back or whatever. But I ended up getting it anyway. So yeah. So all of the GameCube games that are remaining on my list, they're all easy. That was the last. These were the last two that were like sort of pricey. So all of them now, they're all easy to get. So that's it. Peace.